I'm neither here nor there on Bitcoin.
When it comes to Elon Musk, you must accept that he's not a guy who does things the traditional way, and is more than happy to go and do things that are beyond the norm or aren't fully accepted yet, because he has a good feeling about it. This brings us to the issue of him and Bitcoin, because the cryptocurrency that is Bitcoin has been in the news a lot lately, and it's honestly all Elon's fault for both the right and wrong reasons. Tesla is apparently getting into the Bitcoin game, and a lot of people are concerned, so allow us to show you why Elon Musk had Tesla invest into Bitcoin. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So what did Tesla and Elon go do exactly? Let's take this from the top and then we'll break it all down. It'll be a lot easier that way. Elon Musk is always going and looking for new ways to expand himself, his company, and so on. He has never been one to stay stagnant on anything, let alone a business dealing that could help him long term. Which brings us to his investment in Bitcoin. Because not only did he do that, he went and announced it in a way that was oh so Elon. The entrepreneur was responding to a tweet that contained comments by Changpeng Zhao, CEO of Binance, where the latter said while he was surprised that Elon so gung-ho on Dogecoin, it was worth noting Tesla's actual investment came in Bitcoin. Musk said that Tesla's investments are not directly reflective of my opinion. The Tesla CEO added that Bitcoin, which he describes as simply a less dumb form of liquidity than cash, is adventurous enough for an S&P 500 company. Reflecting on his personal stance, Musk noted he is an engineer and not an investor. I don't even own publicly traded stock besides Tesla, the billionaire entrepreneur wrote. Last month, Tesla invested $1.5 billion in Bitcoin and said it expected to accept the cryptocurrency for payments in the near future. Musk said in an appearance on the Clubhouse app that he was a supporter of Bitcoin. BTC hit an all-time high of $51,335.23 on that following Wednesday, buoyed by Tesla's purchase of the cryptocurrency and heightened institutional interest from other investors like MicroStrategy Incorporated. So yeah, Tesla and Elon Musk are into Bitcoin in part and in whole. And not only are they into it, they are deep into it, because companies like his don't just go and do big investments like this unless they believe in what they think it's worth. A description of Bitcoin. Given all of the talks of stocks, cryptocurrency, and more as of late, it can be very easy to be confused about what Bitcoin actually is. In short, it's kind of like a digital money, but if you want a little more technical definition, this would be it. Bitcoin is a digital currency that was created in January of 2009. It follows the ideas set out in white paper by the mysterious and pseudonymous Satoshi Nakamoto. The identity of the person or persons who created the technology is still a mystery. Bitcoin offers the promise of lower transaction fees than traditional online payment mechanisms, and unlike government-issued currencies, it is operated by a decentralized authority. Bitcoin is a type of cryptocurrency. There are no physical bitcoins, only balances kept on a public ledger that everyone has transparent access to. All Bitcoin transactions are verified by a massive amount of computing power. Bitcoins are not issued or backed by any banks or governments, nor are individual Bitcoins valuable as a commodity. Despite it not being legal tender, Bitcoin is very popular and has triggered the launch of hundreds of other cryptocurrencies, collectively referred to as altcoins. Bitcoin is commonly abbreviated as BTC. Now, it would be easy to think that this is a scam that suckers people in, but ironically, it's not. It's actually extremely popular, and there are various kinds of sites that use Bitcoin for purchases because of the lack of fees, and in certain cases, see the dark web, are used because of their ability to not be tracked. After all, if it's not there, there's nothing to track, per se at least. In the eyes of many, things like Bitcoin are the future of currency, not unlike how paper currency overtook the need to have actual precious metals on you as you did business. Why does it matter that Tesla and Musk invest in it? So, given that Bitcoin and most cryptocurrencies, there are obviously a few bad apples amongst the bunch, are above board, why are people freaking out about Elon Musk and Tesla getting in on the Bitcoin game? That would be because in the eyes of many, a major company and public figure like Tesla and Elon Musk investing into Bitcoin is kind of like an endorsement that can lead to more companies getting in on the action. Confused? We'll explain. Many things in our world are standard nowadays, but that wasn't the case once upon a time. Cars at first weren't affordable until Henry Ford made it that way, and then others jumped on board. The first computers filled up whole rooms, and the idea of a personal computer was ludicrous until companies like Apple and Microsoft were able to compress it, and so on and so forth. It was the validity that helped sell those items and make people want to get them and invest in them. For a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, their biggest challenge is getting big businesses, and not just certain websites, to go and accept what Bitcoin can offer to their customers. So for a major company like Tesla to come in and invest in them, as well as say that their customers will be able to go and use Bitcoins to buy Tesla cars, which is the most current popular electric car on the market, that is a big deal, and it adds a validity to them. It's setting a tone and a pattern, and one that can be easily followed, because while Elon Musk is known as an eccentric genius, he's still right on what he makes and invests in more than he's wrong, as Tesla, SpaceX, and more would tell you. The Counterpoint. Naturally, there are some who are very skeptical of the power of Bitcoin, and one of those people happened to be another one of the richest men in the world via Bill Gates. He noted, "Elon has tons of money and he's very sophisticated, so I don't worry that his Bitcoin will sort of randomly go up or down," Gates said in an interview with Bloomberg Television's Emily Chang. "I do think people get bought into these manias who may not have as much money to spare. My general thought would be that if you have less money than Elon, you should probably watch out." His point is valid to an extent, because for Musk, $1.5 billion in Bitcoin is but a pittance to his $180 billion net worth. So while he can do it, many others can't, and that's why many don't consider Bitcoin valid. The debate over Bitcoin isn't new, as it's raised various concerns over the years by those in finance and in the government. Billionaire Warren Buffett deems cryptocurrencies have no value and don't produce anything. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, another longtime skeptic, said at a New York Times conference earlier in February that Bitcoin is an extremely inefficient way of conducting transactions. But with more and more companies starting to accept Bitcoin, as PayPal Holdings Inc., Visa Inc., and MasterCard Inc. recently have, the token has gained wider acceptance. The central banks, including the Federal Reserve and European Central Bank, are studying how to digitalize their own sovereign currencies, and firms such as Fidelity Investments Inc. launch funds letting investors add cryptocurrencies to their portfolios. Well, that debate, it's here to stay. Losing value. Ready for the twist?
Great twist. Great twist.
Not long after Elon Musk invested into Bitcoin, he lost his title as the richest man in the world due to losing $15 billion in net worth, and thus falling behind eternal rival in Jeff Bezos. But what does this have to do with Bitcoin? Simple. After a series of tweets about them, Bitcoin's own stock fell a bit. Not a lot, but enough. What's more, Tesla stock took a heavy dip as well. Many think it's because investors, once again, lost faith in Elon Musk after he made the tweets about preferring Bitcoin to flat money. Elon is going to be fine, obviously, but it does speak to a bigger trend. Bitcoin has had several dips in value over the years, which is why in the eyes of many it's a rather unpredictable thing. And that is what has a lot of people worried. The future of Bitcoin. While this debate about Bitcoin has been going on for years, there's no true way to prove which is better. Many people don't like it because it challenges the establishment, but currency always shifts and evolves. So Elon Musk is more than within his rights to try it out because it's his money. It's not illegal to do, and he may have a legit faith in it. And if he's right in the end, well, let's just say we'll never hear the end of it. So what do you think? What do you think of this breakdown as to why Elon Musk had his company and Tesla go and invest into Bitcoin? Do you think that this will be an investment that pays off in the long term? Do you feel that Elon is overreaching in a way by trying to get in on the Bitcoin trade? Or do you think that, like many in past adventures, he will be seen as a genius by the end of it all? Let us know in the comments below, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.